Cormier needs to keep the pressure, stay in the chin of Jones so he can't use his length so well. See the pressure from DC like he should be. It's the pressure of DC that's going to make the biggest difference. Can he keep this type of pace and this type of pressure for all 5 rounds? Those teep kicks to the knees of Cormier just really disrupt the punch count of DC. It keeps the pressure from happening, keeps DC from being able to keep his feet underneath them. DC's got to pressure, walk through the damage in order to get to a clinch or hit more. He knows the shot's coming. If you pressure, you force the shot. That's what Ngannou's going for. Because punching him allows Ngannou to get some release, so he's not feeling all that weight. So Stipe would rather hang on and put all that pressure on and make him carry the weight. Because if you punch Ngannou, he can get up. That's why we're seeing this position here. He's just wearing Ngannou out. I'd like to see Anderson get his hands up and get the pressure going. And Anderson being first, keeping the pressure, keep those hands up if you're careful, if you're Anderson. Right here is when you can be dangerous, and putting Israel up against the fence, keeping it here is exactly what Anderson needs to do. Keep it ugly, keep the pressure moving forward on Israel. Very nice. Andrade doing a good job keeping the forward pressure, but those jabs are just killing. I mean, his pressure is crazy. The pressure that he's putting on Pettis right now is silly. This is exhausting to move the way Pettis has to, and he's guessing too, because look how Ferguson moves his head, switches combination, always giving you a different look and always pressuring you, and he's not chasing. He's heading off Pettis. Pettis doing a good job seeing everything. The only thing that worries me is moving back this much is exhausting if you're Pettis. That pressure is just ridiculous. And he's got to clinch him or do something to deal with the pressure. Go to the body of Ferguson, fake a shot, throw uppercut, throw knees, something. Because right now Ferguson is just on it. Well, the pressure's already exhausting, but then you add the fact that he's pressuring by switching stance, so that takes away your counter reads too. And then he's kicking your legs when he switches stance. But he's looking like the pressure is just too much again, like it was earlier. He landed a beautiful shot in between, and that's what he was saying he needed to do. Find the openings and land.
McGregor lands early.
Pressure right off the bat by Conor. He's trying to force the shot out of Khabib with pressure instead of waiting for Khabib to come at him. He's got a different type of pressure from here. Nice pass, straight to half guard. And now the pressure is just heavy here. You can tell he's extremely heavy. That left shoulder and the chin of Conor really makes it minimal for Conor to be able to get to a hit. Kavanaugh said pressure to get your air back. You can get a little air if you pressure in the beginning. And this is where Khabib really starts to get ahead from this position. Once he gets here, he doesn't let go of that grip. And he goes back and forth between the double, and he wears you out by putting all that pressure on your arms like that. It makes you carry his weight up against the fence. Right now, these guys are just filling each other out. Nothing too crazy going on, obviously. We should start pressuring soon, and we've seen Dustin just look for that calf kick pretty much so far. And it hurts, but it doesn't choke. It just makes things miserable, and that's what Khabib does so well, is he just makes things miserable for you. Hangs on your hands, beats you up, cranks your neck, keeps the pressure, makes you carry his weight. That's what we're seeing here. Nice pressure by Reyes, not taking a step back. Keep going. He's on him. Keeping the pressure is Reyes. Jones staying safe. Jones keeps the pressure, doesn't even take a step back. Nice right hand by Jones there. Especially at the pace he's keeping. Jones is looking to keep the pressure and pay dividends in the last 2 rounds, I believe, with this pressure, but he's doing a great job eating the leg kicks while he's pressuring. That's one of the harder things to do, especially with the power of Reyes. That was a beautiful elbow by Jones. Jones knows it starts to get ugly here, and he's putting the pressure. What's harder than getting taken down is when somebody keeps getting up, and that's what Reyes is doing very well. But Jones stays on the pressure, and that's the difference in championships. Look at the pressure of Jones, even after the wrestling. He's keeping it on to win this round. And the pressure of Lawler can really help with the wrestling. He is taking Lawler down at will, and he is putting the pressure on, and it is pretty impressive. And the pressure of Covington is what's going to stop the striking ability of Lawler. I mean, now you're seeing him pour the pressure on. I think he's waiting for the later rounds and hoping that Covington uses all his energy in the early rounds. I expected the early pressure from Lawler to pull out the shots, but he just can't stop the shots of Covington right now. They're too quick. Here's Robbie with the pressure. Right now, Lawler's just rolling with the punches, not throwing too much offense. It's pressure and rolling. Right back to pressure.
Covington doesn't give you any time to reset.
Well, and that's his best aspect, is the non-stop in-your-face wrestling, dirty boxing, elbows, pressure, leg kick. It's just non-stop flood of offense. It's just kind of hard to make a read. He's doing what he can right now. He's pressuring, going to the body, throwing, landing a little bit more in this fifth. Costa keeping the pressure. I think he's down 2 rounds. He's going to have to really pick up in this 3rd round, and stylistically he hasn't tended to do that in the past, so I'm curious to see what he does to make up the difference. Because Acosta's pressure and his offense has just been a little bit much right now. He's breaking down slowly but surely. You're seeing the pressure release of Costa. Chimaev straight on the pressure like he always does. I'm loving how Gastelum's pressuring, and we're seeing Whitaker land 2 nasty shots, moving backwards already. The pressure of TJ is what's really giving him success right now. And nice shift from Sandhagen there to stay out of the way. Him shooting is not a good sign when you're watching Sandhagen in film. I mean, he's so good from the outside, but I think the pressure of Dillashaw is causing the mess up in the rhythm and the timing of Sandhagen. What I love about what Hill's doing is the forward pressure. You gotta keep Walker moving like this the whole fight. If you keep Walker moving like this, you gotta dodge the crazy punches. Oh my! He starts to wake up. The more he gets hit, he embraces getting hit, and then he just turns that into havoc and keeps the forward pressure.